Ladies and gentlemen, gather round for a tale about the Declaration of Independence, the ultimate breakup letter. Instead of dumping a significant other, it's dumping an entire country. Imagine a group of men in powdered wigs, quills in hand, ready to drop the mic on King George III. They weren't just writing a strongly worded letter, they were laying the groundwork for an entire nation. The Founding Fathers didn't just say, "It's not you, it's me." They went full scorched earth, listing every single grievance they had against the British monarchy. It was like the 18th century equivalent of a Twitter rant, but with better spelling and fewer emojis. Now let's talk about the men behind the Declaration of Independence. The Founding Fathers were like America's first boy band, each with their own distinct personality and unique contributions. Thomas Jefferson, the main writer, was like the Justin Timberlake of the group, talented, charismatic, and a natural leader. John Adams, the feisty one, always ready for a good argument, never backing down from a challenge. Benjamin Franklin, the wise old sage, dropping knowledge bombs left and right with his inventions and witty sayings. And John Hancock, who signed his name so big it's like he was trying to compensate for something, making sure everyone noticed. These guys weren't just pretty faces, they were revolutionaries, rabble-rousers, and rebels with a cause, determined to change the world. They looked at the British Empire and said, "Nah, we're good, we'll do our own thing," embracing the spirit of independence. It's like they were the original hipsters, setting trends and breaking norms before it was cool to be independent and different. Now let's dive into the meat of the Declaration. The Founding Fathers were basically saying, hey, we've got some rights that are inalienable. These rights included life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Notice how they didn't guarantee happiness itself. Even the Founding Fathers knew that promising happiness is like promising good weather at a British picnic. But the pursuit of happiness, now that's something we can get behind. And let's talk about that phrase, all men are created equal. We've spent the last couple centuries trying to live up to that ideal, and while we're not there yet, at least we're still pursuing it. Section 4. Taxation without representation, the OG scam. The British were charging the colonists for stuff without giving them a say in how things were run. They had no voice, no vote, and no representation in the British Parliament. It's like if your roommate decided to redecorate the entire apartment and then handed you the bill. Imagine the frustration of paying for something you didn't even want. Remember the Boston Tea Party? It was a pivotal moment in American history. A bunch of colonists dressed up as Native Americans sneaking onto ships and dumping tea into the harbor. It was a bold act of defiance. It was like the 18th century version of a flash mob, but with more property damage. They were making a statement loud and clear, and let's not forget the Stamp Act. This was another major grievance. The British thought they could just slap a tax on every piece of paper the colonists used. From newspapers to playing cards, nothing was exempt. But here's the real kicker. All this fuss over taxes led to a country that still has taxes. The irony is almost too much to handle, but hey, at least now we get to complain about our taxes to elected officials who pretend to listen. It's a small victory, but a victory nonetheless. Section 5, signing on the dotted line. The world's riskiest autograph session. These guys were essentially signing their own death warrants. John Hancock went all out with his signature, like he was trying to win a most likely to be executed for treason superlative, but not everyone was as eager to sign. Some of the delegates were a bit hesitant, probably thinking, do I really want to risk my neck for this? In the end, though, they all signed. It was a moment of true bravery and unity. Their John Hancocks on that document changed the course of history. Section 6, the Declaration's legacy from parchment to meme. So what's the legacy of this rebellious piece of parchment? It's more than just an old document. Well, for starters, it gave us a country. It laid the foundation for the United States of America. It's like the ultimate started from the bottom, now we're here story. From colonies to a powerful nation. Beyond that, the Declaration of Independence has become a symbol of freedom and democracy worldwide. It inspires movements and revolutions. It's like the Beyoncé of historical documents, universally admired and endlessly quoted. Everyone knows it, everyone respects it. In pop culture, the Declaration has taken on a life of its own. It's more than just words on paper. Remember that Nicolas Cage movie where he steals it? Yeah, that happened. It shows how iconic it is. It's been referenced in everything from The Simpsons to Hamilton. It's a part of our cultural fabric. In the end, the Declaration of Independence is more than just a historical document. It's a living testament. It's a promise, a challenge, and a reminder that even in the face of overwhelming odds, a group of determined individuals can change the world. It continues to inspire us to strive for a better future.